Too clever, but
too lazy.
We did it, dude. Fucking episode 4 is where we're at right now.
I know, right? But we've only posted one episode, so we're so ahead of schedule.
I know, dude. Like it's impressive. Well, don't jinx it, because now we're suddenly we're gonna be like way behind schedule, and we're gonna be. This is gonna be the last episode we record for. So
shut the fuck up! Don't say that, because whenever you say random shit, it happens, and it pisses me off all the time, because it's always at my detriment.
Oh, that's a big word. I like it, detriment.
I know. I'm learning.
Dude.
It's on my word of the day toilet paper.
You have that? Is that a real thing?
Yeah,
it should be.
It should be that. Yeah.
What is that weird noise that keeps happening? It's like, oh.
Can you hear that? Well, the tub is draining because the girls were in there and they were being too loud. Because like Sonia's like, "Hey, you want to go take a bath?" And Sienna's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "No, I gotta record in my closet in a minute, and you guys are being so fucking loud." And so I let them in there, and then finally I was like, "No, you guys are just too loud. Like, get out." I was like, "Do you want a candy bar?" And then like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Cool." So it was one of those.
Right.
It wasn't an actual bar. It was one of those like granola-y, but they had chocolate on it, so she thought it was a candy bar. It's a win-win.
At first, I thought you were going to say you were recording in the tub.
Oh, no. It would be really reflective.
Right?
Yeah.
Just wine, a glass of wine.
Dude, oh my God. I decided to take like a salt bath and like ground myself and all energetic, like bloop. And I wanted to treat myself, and I have this candelabra, and it's so beautiful.
What's a candelabra again?
It's
sorry to interrupt. I see.
Like
before you go further,
like a chandelier,
Where does it go? Does it hang from somewhere?
No, it's one of those ones on tabletop, so it has like
tabletop chandelier
kind of thing. Yeah, it's like it's got like you can put like 6 or 7 candles in it. I think I have to look.
I know I've seen these, but I'm not. I just want to picture in my head. All right, go ahead.
Here, I'll take a picture of it right now and I'll send it to you. Because I have it normally housed in my bathroom.
You know what? I could just look it up, I suppose.
No, you got to look at this one. Look up this one.
Fair enough.
It's in my bathroom. Snap. I have that.
Dude, that snap. That's a soundbite right there, dude. We got to keep that for something.
Okay.
Continue. Go ahead with your story.
I found it at Bargain Lovers. And
okay.
Yeah, it's super cool. And I bought it, and I finally bought candles for it. I decided to put that in my bathtub for my bath. I had candles. I normally have tea light candles, and I put that honking thing in there. I was like, yeah, this is a bath now.
Yeah.
Very feminine. Woo!
I'm sure you feel good. I'm glad that you feel complete with your purchase. So
shut the fuck up.
Have you ever seen that show, Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Yeah, I've seen it a few times. It is funny. It is funny.
Well, there's this one episode where Larry David, the main guy, his wife's aunt dies, right? And then so he offers to do the obituary, right? So he's like, I'm gonna make it real classy. Don't worry, my manager knows a guy that works at the paper. We'll get in there immediately. It's gonna be great, right? So he does it. He gets back to the family. They're all pissed. Like, how could you do this, you asshole? And he's like, what are you talking about? And they're like, read it. And it's like, today we lost someone very special, blah, blah, devoted sister, beloved cunt. And he's like, no, it was a typo. It's supposed to be A-U-N-T, aunt. So I've been calling people aunts from now, that's my little, and it makes sense because my daughter thinks you're Aunt Stephanie. So
shut the fuck up. I am her aunt and her aunt.
Yeah. I never realized it was so close. So just a C and an A, and that's completely different words.
But I know the difference between a C and an A, and you have maybe your aunt is a cunt.
Yeah, so it's meant to be.
That's funny. Aunt cunt.
Aunt cunt, yeah.
That's what you should have my name and contact in your phone. Aunt cunt.
I should. What makes you think I don't already?
Fuck you.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
No, I have yours. It's all the way down at the bottom because it's got special characters in it. But it's
all the way in the back of the bus, huh? On the back of your phone bus. I get it.
Yeah, it's Faggot Supreme Galen.
Jesus. That's all in one. It's like, does he? That all shows up when I call you?
Yeah, it's the emoji of the guy with like the Billy Idol emoji, with like the blue
Right.
hair and the whatever. And then
Yeah.
there's the word faggot, and then there's a crown, and then supreme, and then the gay flag, and then the roller skate, and then gay, GA capital Y.
Damn, my contact goes hard, dude. It's
L-O,
impressive.
LON unicorn.
That's a lot. That's involved. That's like that, and that shows you care. And I just we had a debate about when we moved in, and I know we moved in to our apartment. It was right before my birthday because that's when you gave me that unicorn card. I'll never forget
Yeah,
that.
I
So
colored
it
it.
was,
I spent
yeah,
so much time coloring it. I
yeah,
colored the whole rainbow, and I was like, "Happy birthday, it."
yeah.
And you didn't even keep it.
I did for like a little while.
I know that's why the fan story pisses me off to a little slight degree because you got so offended that I wanted to throw it out. It's like, oh, now you want to get sentimental on this broken piece of shit? Fucking
Uh,
dumbass.
oh man.
That's what's so funny is the goddamn Geminis. Like you guys will argue just for the sport of arguing. Like it doesn't even need a resolution. Like you
Yeah.
already know you lost 10 miles back. You're just like, nah, I'm gonna fucking debate you until your
And
ears bleed.
here's the thing: I will argue you that I don't do that.
I know you will. You
I will
want to
argue
right
with you that
now.
I don't fucking do that.
Yeah, you'll completely. Yeah, in fact, I think you want to. That's why you mentioned it.
I know because I'm working on it. All right.
Like
This
I'm.
is this is me. This is not just a podcast. This is therapy as well.
Are you? Are you gathering energy to spew it all?
Yeah, I'm writing notes as we go.
I'm writing notes as you speak.
Mhm. So, all right. So I did have this. I had this is my random thought of the day, and okay. So it kind of put me in a weird conundrum though because a while back I remember you said something like that's such a guy thing.
What
Like that's
is?
something.
Oh,
I
the
don't know.
taking
Just
out the trash.
whatever. No, just it was
No, that
something.
is what. No, that was my thing. I remember because I was
Hmm.
telling you I do not take out the garbage, and I don't care. I'll do any other thing around the house to help out with the running of the house, but
Right.
taking out the garbage that is where I draw the line because that is a dude job,
Right. Well, I
and I
didn't mean
don't
like
and
so
I don't
much.
know why it is so much, but it's beneath me.
It's just you feel that you just feel, but no, I don't mean that it's so much as in like a guy's job, like like I don't know, underwater welding or something. But I mean like as
That's
far as
not a
like
guy's
I
job.
know, I was just
A
trying to
chick
be.
could totes
I
do
know
that, man.
I was hoping you'd
Haven't
say
you ever
that.
watched
I was
Flashdance?
hoping you'd be like, nah, a chick could totally. I was hoping, but anyway, no, I don't mean as
Did
I
I
mean as
fall
much as
into
that.
your
I mean like
trap?
yeah, I mean as much as like that. Like that's only guys would do that. Like as far as like a trait, like when you're talking about like the DJ thing, you're like, oh, like the way he just like undermined me, blah blah. It's such a guy thing. Only guys would do that, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Anyway, I started thinking about like what are other things that are like such like only guys do that shit. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And then I thought about this thing, but then it put me to where okay, I'll explain. So
No,
making
I'm not gonna explain. I'm just
nope,
gonna go
just
for
fucking
it.
next topic. So uh making videos about being misgendered. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? I might get okay. So I've seen this a ton of times where it'll be okay. First of all, have you seen that show, Baby Reindeer?
No, I haven't. I heard it
Okay,
was
well,
terrible.
anyway, whatever. You could love it, you could hate it, but there's spoiler alert. There's a trans character in there, right? And she, is amazing. She looks like a chick. She's got feminine energy. She talks like a chick. She's got contoured her makeup. If at a restaurant someone were to call her sir, they're being an asshole, right? But I've
Hmm.
seen so many videos of a guy in a sundress with eyeliner with a camera set up somewhere. And it's never like some white nepotism, rich boy waiter who just has to work there for a summer until he takes over his dad's yacht company. It's always some immigrant that barely speaks English. And they're like, excuse me, sir, can I take your order? And they're like, how dare you call me sir? I can't believe I was misgendered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I see that all the time. But here's the thing. I only see guys do that. But technically, they're girls.
Yeah, because that's when you were like the trans. I'm like, okay, but what side of the fence are they
Exactly.
swinging
So
it? You know,
so it's that's totally only I don't see like trans men, like Chaz Bono's making videos like that where like someone called me ma'am and I was
well,
upset.
a
Oh,
lot
you don't
of
see
it's. I think a lot of it is just to, be dramatic. I think they do it on purpose. You
right.
know.
Well, that's such a guy thing to do.
Hmm.
But they're girls.
Yeah.
So I don't know where I've anyway, that's my random thought of the day.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to think of something clever to say off of that
Yeah.
because I'm literally wrapping my brain around what you
Right.
said, and then I
Right.
gotta get there because
You can edit all this thinking time out. I mean, that's
oh, I know,
the
yeah.
beauty.
So yeah, I'm like, don't move on. Just wait a minute.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah, yeah.
discuss.
Right, because it is interesting, right? You're like, man, that's such a
Mhm.
guy thing. Because yeah, only guys are like the ones who are like,
It's ma'am.
yeah, I know exactly. They have stubble, like at least put some effort in, but there's no effort. They're just like, and then it's like, why do you have a camera set up? You're doing that just for the video, just for the attention. It's 100% for that. But only
Yeah,
guys are doing that. But it's only guys who want to be girls that are doing it. I don't understand. So you're technically
yeah. I don't know.
right, right.
I don't know because I don't know because I don't want to get canceled before we even get started. I can't.
I
Why did
know.
you bring this up? Because I have
I
so
know.
much shit I want to say, but I'm like I can't because I don't
No, I
wanna
know
piss
it is
people
one of those
off,
things. Yeah, yeah,
in that
exactly.
regard. Because like I don't
Yeah,
care if we piss people off, but like a hot topic like that,
yeah.
like
That is
there
that
is
is a that
no
is a
coming.
hot
It is
that
a
is a
hot
hot one.
topic because I'm going to put it out there. I don't care what you are, what you do. It's as long as you're not hurting people, hurting children, then
Right,
I don't give a fuck. And that goes for any hobby, any sexuality, any, man,
right.
woman, gay, straight. It doesn't fucking matter. As long as you're not out forcing your beliefs and bullshit on other people, I really don't give a fuck what you do. I don't mind trans people. Like there's this trans chick I follow. I like her because she's conservative and she's like really funny and
Right.
she looks like a chick. I showed Alan and my other friend. I was like, look at her. They're like, oh yeah, she's hot. Yeah, I totally beat off to her. I'm like, it's a dude. They're like, no, it's not. And
Yeah.
I'm like, and I showed the bio. I was like,
Yeah.
look, it's a dude. They're like,
Yeah.
holy shit. And like,
Yeah.
they're like, oh my God, it fooled me.
Yeah.
Like,
I think I know who you're talking about too,
yeah,
actually. Yeah.
Blair White.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. That's
Yeah,
what I'm talking.
she's
Yeah,
like super cool. And she showed pictures too of when she was a dude.
yeah. Yeah.
And I can't see her any other way than a woman. Like
I know.
she's just
I get it.
like, yeah. And she's even like, yes, I have dysmorphia or body dysmorphia. Duh, look at me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So fucking funny. But anyway, my thing is like, I don't care what you do, but like, don't get pissed at people for misgendering you when you got a full on beard,
Right.
cut ass muscles,
Right.
pectoral, like defined pecs, like not even
Square
trying.
jaw.
Yeah. I'm sorry, like you're just a cross dresser. Like it's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't
It's
care
fine.
about that. Like that fucking,
Yeah.
I
You're an
mean,
80s rock star, dude. It's fine.
yeah, like embrace that shit. I don't I don't want to go off on that whole
Right.
soapbox.
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I gotta take that
But
stuff
yeah,
off.
the part that bothers me is the beards. Like if you have a full on beard, like don't get pissed when somebody misgenders you. Like you need
Right.
to just like
That's my whole point. That's my whole point. Like I
live
was
in
saying, like,
reality just a little bit.
right. And
Stop
yeah,
making everybody else follow your delusions. Granted, if it's with your social circle, fine, go nuts. No
right.
pun intended.
That was like three drum rolls and then
I know,
assembly.
right? Just go nuts.
Mm.
But, when it's just like an everyday person just trying to do their job or even just trying to be respectful, like they're giving you a courtesy. Yeah, they did the wrong one, but oh my God, clutch your pearls and shut the fuck up, you know?
Yeah, it wasn't like they're like, "What's up, bro?" Or they're
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Or like, fuck you, ma'am.
yeah, yeah,
You know?
exactly. Yeah, yeah. They would prefer the fuck you, man.
In fact, that's what I was just gonna say is that they probably would prefer the fuck you as long as they got the ma'am right, you know?
Yeah, that's important. No, but then they'd spin it and make another video of like, well, this restaurant's terrible. They
They're
said
saying,
fuck you,
yeah, they're
and
like
it was
saying,
the fuck you was because of transphobia.
exactly. Yeah, you can't win.
Mm-mm.
And we're canceled.
All right, well, nice.
I
Nice
don't give a
little
fuck.
lesson.
I'm
Go
still
ahead.
putting I'm still putting episodes up. Yeah, right. Okay, so I was at the store right after our last episode that we recorded. whatever. That this has nothing to do with it. But like I was fucking.
Okay. Leave
Well,
us
I'm
in
like,
suspense.
I know. I'm like, why am I talking about that? Okay. But I really hate, like, I love buying.
Oh, you know what? Before you get any further, you know
Yeah.
why you're talking about that? Because
Mm.
that's such a woman thing to do. You guys can never stay on track with your stories. That's what that was my
No,
other
that's
random
an
thought of the day.
ADD thing to do. You have to give the backstory
Well,
and then
every woman I know
explain
has
that
ADD. Then
tangent.
all y'all got ADD.
Oh
Then
my God, you do it too. I'm gonna
I know
call you.
I'm part woman.
You're half black, half white, half
Yeah,
woman, half man. You
yeah,
are a Gemini. They are a dual sign, and then
yeah.
that
There you
is
go.
very on par with being a dual sign. See,
And sorry for
I'm a
interrupting.
dual sign. I'm a half man, half horse's ass.
I believe it. I believe it.
I would totally use that in my favor too. If I was a dude, I'd be like, "Yeah, I'm half man, half horse, baby," and be like, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah, yeah. And then and then you smile and you just have giant teeth and like, yeah, the top half, you get it.
Yeah, not this half, this one.
Oh,
My chompers, baby. Give me a
yeah,
carrot.
yeah, yeah. They are delicious. All right, go. Oh, we'll
Speaking
get
of
back.
carrots
Yeah, yeah. You were shopping.
and
You were shopping.
penises.
Yeah, sure. Nice segue, right?
Yeah, I know that was a good segue. But I really hate buying certain fruits and vegetables at the store because I
Mm.
feel like you can't, like when you buy tomatoes or like apples, like you could hold them up and
You can like fill them up, you know?
yeah, like you can hold
And
them
it's
up,
not
look at them.
inappropriate.
Exactly, and make sure that they're ripe. Nobody questions it. They're not like,
Right.
"Oh, what are you gonna do with that tomato?"
Yeah. Yeah.
But like you grab a cucumber
Yeah. How do you
and
check for that?
you want a good sized one because you're making a salad.
Make sure it has the proper girth, you know?
Is it thick enough? Is it
Yeah.
gonna be too big?
Yeah. I don't want those slices too large. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, totally. Am I gonna have to cut it in half and then half again? You
Right.
know?
Right.
And so, yeah, that's one thing is buying like cucumbers, carrots, like all the phallic shaped vegetables. It's just, I
Mm.
really hate buying them because I literally just grab one and hope for the best, just reach my hand and hope for, like, I know, I just grab one
Why don't you just go
and
shopping? How many people are at the grocery store in the produce section when you're shopping with like
I
cameras
go
out?
to, I go to Winco and
Oh,
everybody is
dude,
there.
Winco is like, you're right, dude. No matter
Yeah.
what time you go, it's fucking.
No,
Is yours,
no.
is yours
At
24
late
hours now?
Yeah, in the evening and at night or like early in the morning is the best time to go. That's like my favorite. I went one time at like 7 or 8 and it was so awesome. Yeah,
I never
so
go.
awesome.
I've never even awake that early, so that's why.
No, I meant at night, 7 or 8 at night is what I went one
Oh,
time. And it was
wow.
perfect. Yeah, it was perfect. Somebody posted on one of the Humboldt pages, like, what's the best time to go? And someone was even like 6 a.m. I was like, fuck that.
Yeah, are you crazy?
I don't need to shop that bad. But anyway, I really hate shopping for phallic shaped.
Did you say you hate shopping?
No, I hate shopping for
Hate. Gotcha.
oh, hate.
That's a lot. Yeah. I
Yeah.
hate shopping for phallic shapes.
Phallic shaped vegetables and fruits. I just feel like people are like, oh, or if I grab one, they're like, oh, what's she gonna do with that? And then I
Right.
grab
You have to
another
grab a
one,
bunch.
and then I
Yeah.
grab another one, and they're like, oh, getting freaky
She's
over
having
there.
a party over it.
Yeah, I grab 3, and it's like,
It's a fucking fruit salad, guys. Oh, that's what they're calling it nowadays, huh? Wow.
I know it's. I hate it. So
Yeah.
that's my thought of the day.
How do you feel about? Is it just fruits and vegetables, or like anything phallic shaped? Do you like bother? Like say, like I'll give you an instance. One time, this girl I was talking to, she sent me a photo, and it looked like a vibrator, right? But I knew it wasn't. And then so we kept like joking back and forth about what and then finally she was like, it's actually shampoo, and I was like, oh, haha, I thought it was a drink, and then she was like, what, you think I'd put something like that by my mouth? And then I was like, what do you mean? And she was like, well, just so you know, I have not, nor will I ever do that. And I was like, do what? And I knew what she meant. I knew what she was talking about, but I just needed to hear her say it. Yeah. Long story short, that was like I mentioned her as some girl I used to talk to. So so didn't really work out. I mean, but
Oh.
do you understand what I'm talking about? She totally it looked like a dildo, and she was saying that she didn't give head. Did you get all that?
Yeah, but why would
Okay.
you think she was gonna put it in her mouth? That
No,
dildos
it
go
was
other places.
No, it was I thought it was a drink. It was okay. You missed the whole story. It looked like a vibrator. It was actually soap or shampoo. I thought it was
No,
like
I know. I
actually like a
didn't miss
drink.
the story. And you thought it was a drink.
Yeah. And then she was like,
I thought it was a corset.
yeah. I had that in a song, an unreleased song, but one
No
day
way.
it'll come out.
What did
Yeah.
you, what does it say? What is it?
I said no. It goes bag it in my closet. Nah, Stephanie, that ain't no corset. That was the part. That was part of the bar.
That fucking night is so funny because like oh my God, let's tell that story, okay?
Go for it, dude.
Okay, so our buddies were playing at the Hard Rock Hotel, right? Or no, it was a venue by the Hard Rock, but it wasn't.
No, it was Blues. It was
House of Blues. Yeah.
You know what? And the funny thing is, I always fuck up and say Hard Rock Hotel first every single time I tell the stories.
I never do that. I always get House of Blues.
I always say Hard Rock first, and then I go fuck. I know it's not Hard Rock, but I always say Hard Rock first, just so I can get that out of the way, so I can go like, oh yeah, it's not that one, and then I go House of Blues, the other H one. So it's the other H one, House of Blues.
The other H, H and
go
H.
Ahead. Yeah.
But our buddies were playing, and I remember we were carpooling, and I told you, I was like, don't get high, what I told you not to get high or drink because
this story is terrible. What are you doing? You're supposed to come over to my house.
No, I know. And I told you earlier that day, I was like, don't get high or drink all day because you're going to be retarded when we get downtown. But what do? I got high and fucking was just high all day, and I didn't eat anything.
Yeah.
And I was just an idiot. And then so I did what I told you not to do, basically.
Right.
And so I meet up with you, and then did we take a cab or did we?
All right, so I'll just go ahead because this is what happened. You like you said, you were like, you were being all mom, don't get too high and don't drink and fucking blah blah blah. And then you hit me up. You're like, hey, so I'm running a little bit late. I'm not gonna be. We were supposed to. The plan was take a cab to the trolley and then take a trolley from there so we could save money. But then you end up showing up so late that there was no way we are going to be able to do that. So we ended up having to take a cab. And then guess who didn't have any cash? I was like, don't worry. I just pulled out cash. And you're like, you know what? Homie, hook up. When we get there to the House of Blues, not the Hard Rock Hotel, the House of Blues, I'm going to go ahead and buy all your drinks for you. And I'm like, fucking deal, dude. Deal. And then we get there. I pay for the cab. We get there and we're like, man, this is amazing. Outside view, there's like chicks in bikinis, all our friends are out here, they're serving alcohol, we can smoke cigarettes, and we can see the band from outside.
Don't make this out to be I left you out in the wind. They didn't take cards. I'm
getting there. I'm getting there. But then we get there, and then of course you're like, fucking finally, I'm like, let's buy a drink. So then we get there, and then of course they don't take card. So I buy 2 beers, right? Because I know you're gonna give me back. I'm not trying to say you didn't give me back, but we get 2 beers.
No, I didn't drink beer. I drank cranberry vodka the whole night.
Well, we didn't get before we got there, buddy. Don't forget this main part. We got 2 beers. You chug yours like you're a frat girl trying to pledge a sorority.
I was thirsty. I had cotton mouth.
And then I'm sipping mine because I'm a little hungover. And you're like, dude, you're fucking taking forever. And you're like, can I have some of yours? And I'm like, sure, buddy. As a friend, you can have a sip. And you fucking chug mine too. And then you're like, I'm like, all right. And then we get 2 more. And then you chug yours. And then you're like, let me have a sip of yours. And I'm like, don't chug it. Don't chug this one. And you're like, I'm not going to chug it, dude. You think I'm that kind of person to chug a second one? And I'm like, you know what? You sound pretty truthful. And then you chug the second one. And this happens a third time, but by the third time, I'm like,
I just drank it really.
You drank the entire thing and didn't give it back. I'm not sure if you chugged it, but it was faster than I was wanting to drink.
Completely inconsiderate.
And then you wonder, as we're fast forward to later on, you're like, how am I so drunk? And you're because you were fucking chugging all our drinks.
I know. Okay, well, I didn't drink beer because the only thing that came out was cranberry vodka. I'm telling you, it was a nice, neat glass that you handed me.
Beautifully done.
Yeah, but we'll get there. There. And so I just remember drinking cranberry vodka. I was so fucking thirsty. I was drinking it like it was fucking Gatorade. after the show, like we were driving, like we walked down to this one bar. I forget the name.
Because you were begging me to go to this bar because you're like, dude, my best friend, like this guy.
Yeah, he was my friend from Utah.
He works there. I'm telling you. And you were like, our friends hadn't even played yet. You were like, let's just go.
No, I didn't. This was later in the night. I'm telling you, this was later in the night.
Oh, the one who was drunk and threw up on my floor. You're telling me? I know what happened, dude. We left before David played.
No, we didn't, because I got a picture with Dave after he played.
The second David, the other David. There was two Davids. David of Spirit, the other one.
All right. I know, David
the other one.
is the one that I took the picture with.
The other David. Whatever, go ahead.
Anyway, we were there for a little while, and then I was like, look, they take a card at this other bar, because I did buy you shit at the other bar.
I know, I didn't say you didn't.
And so, because I was like, let's just go, because once our friends were done, I'm like, let's fucking go. And so in fact, he came with us too. I kind of vaguely remember him being there too. Mm-hmm. And that's when I was like talking to you guys about those pickleback shots, because my friend Andrew was like,
it was just you and me, dude. I swear to God, it was. Later on, people came, but at first it was just you and me for like the whole pickleback situation. It was just you and me. You and I walked together. Later on, they may have showed up, but you were talking to me about astrology for a hot minute, dude. Faded. It was fun, and I was listening. I was happy to hear it. Right, I was drunk enough where I was like, "Yeah, this is cool. This is all right." And then we were like sitting in a booth, and you were like, "Dude, this pickle shot, you gotta try." And you wouldn't shut up about this pickle shot. And then we took it, and I was like, "It's all right." And then you bought a beer. And then we went outside and we were smoking. You were just the life of the party out there. And I know
I'm so fun when I'm drunk, dude. I'm so fucking fun.
Yeah, I went back by myself and like just bought drinks on your tab for a couple of times. Not that many, like 2, but still.
I know, but still, you've bought all the shit at the other place. I don't.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't think she's gonna mind. But then we took a cab back, and then you ranted to the cab driver about the VA the entire way back. About how the fuck the VA.
I know, I fucking hate the VA. God damn it. Yeah. And then I remember we were at your house and we were talking, and like we were laying there and we were like passing the bowl back and forth. And
that gigantic bowl I had, remember?
No, not that one. Oh my God.
I did break that one out later.
I still have that one.
You still have it?
Yeah,
nice,
I have
dude.
it. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so you do know what I'm talking. You do know what it looks like.
Yeah, of course I do.
Remember.
I show it to people. They're like, "Holy shit!"
Oh, it's shocking. It's
a
shocking.
Party bowl. Yeah.
I think I broke that out, and that afterwards, and you're like, at that point, you would stop. You're like, I'm good. You would like.
Well, no, we were talking, and I kept looking in your closet, and I was just looking at it, and I was looking, and I just was like, why? What? I was like, why does he own a corset? I was like, he's gay. Yeah, this is some gay shit.
Right.
And so I'm like, oh yeah, that's all the proof. You
finally decided to confront me about it too. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was like, this is all the proof I need. And so I was like, dude, is that a corset? And like, you're like, what? And
what the fuck are you talking about?
And I'm like pointing at it. I'm like, in your closet right there. And then you went and you were like, got up and looked at it, like pulled it up, and you're like, it's a shopping bag.
It's a gift bag, dude.
Yeah, it was a gift bag. And then all of a sudden everything just started spinning and spinning and spinning, and I'm like, oh my God.
Well, no, you skipped a spot though. So like you were good. Okay, so at first you were like doing something, and then you were like, are you good? You're not gonna, and you go, I never throw up. And you said it so serious. You go,
I never throw up. I really
never throw up. And you said it so fucking, but you know what's funny is the very first time we ever hung out, you went in the bathroom and threw up. We were like doing karaoke, and you went in the bathroom and threw up.
Well, yeah, I made myself because I was.
So you
drunk.
Never throw up?
Well, it's on my own accord. You know what I mean?
I knew you were.
I never involuntarily throw up.
Right, well, fucking Anyway, so that's why I was very unprepared for what happened next.
Yeah, I completely, Well, and then we kept smoking bowls. Like, that's what was stupid is I thought I was good because I was getting high earlier that day, but I got roaring drunk. I had no food in my stomach.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. Yeah, you definitely didn't have food. You had zero food.
Yeah, it was just alcohol. And all of a sudden, I'm like, because I was laying back.
You were asleep. Like, you were kind of almost like asleep. I thought you were asleep.
I was laying back by the wall, and then I ran into the edge of the bed and like just. Bleh.
No. You missed it again. A key point. You go like you're like laying on your back, and then you start going and you start making some noise, and I go, "You good?" And you go, "Bowl." And I go,
Bowl, yeah.
I go, you want to smoke a bowl? Oh, you down? Because you were like denying bowls earlier. I was like, go and hit this. You're like, no. I was like, you want to hit this now? You're like, no. And then you're like, bowl. I was like, I was like, oh, you want to hit this bowl? Well, all right. And you're like, bowl. And then I was like,
well, I know that's when I jumped up.
Yeah.
I jumped because it was coming, and I jumped up and I went to the foot of the bed and just over the fucking side of the bed. And you ran in the kitchen and went to find a bowl.
Well, no, what happened was I dipped. And here's the thing: as I ran out of my room, and then
I'm holding it the whole time, mind you. I had the gap again, and I'm holding it.
And you're a trooper, Joe. I really appreciate the effort, at least. And then I come out of my door, and like there's a bathroom right there with an empty trash can. Like it would have been perfect. It was like meant for for this moment, right? I just like you said bowl, dude. I was like, she said bowl. She wants a bowl. I was faded too. So then I go to the kitchen and I'm looking for a bowl, and I see a perfect bowl too. But I'm like, that's my good popcorn bowl. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want I don't know if I can eat popcorn out again after knowing what's been done. And then I just hear the noises like, oh, this is happening. So you're like,
no, I didn't. You know puke again.
I know.
I only puked
but
once.
You were making I was the like, noises like
up,
it's
dude.
gonna happen. You know what I mean? So I was like, I just made a game time decision, fucking shot clock, and grabbed a cup, dude.
Yeah, but
and then glass. I remember I gave it to you. Or whatever. And it was, it was I was like one of those like ones you get like at a buffet, like a Pizza Hut buffet.
No, I mean that's what I'm saying is it was a decent sized glass.
Yeah.
And you hand it to me, and the look on your face.
The look on both. I like our face. You saw my look, I saw your look, and your look was like, you're like, seriously, bro, kind of look. But then you still just like perfectly
okay,
like
I did
filled it to the brim, like, and then you like gave it to me. There you go, dude. Thanks. I appreciate you.
It looked like a cranberry vodka.
I know, and that's what I'm saying. You definitely didn't have food. There wasn't a chunk in there. Like I could have put a fish in there, and like it would have lived. It would have died. Alcohol poisoning.
It would totally die.
Oh, yeah.
You could put a Russian fish.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I know, dude. That shit was hilarious because you hand me this cup, and I was like, are you fucking serious with this shit? I was like, all right. And so I'm like,
your cheeks were like already like a I know, like a
but
squirrel.
The way I even was sarcastically.
Yeah. That's why I appreciate
my body movements, everything.
Yeah.
I was like, and I did. I made it all the way in, and I was like, cool.
Yeah.
And when I was good to drive again, I fucking went home, and I got a text, and you're like, something about how the cleanup was literally just blotting up the liquid.
Oh, I was like, this is the easiest as far as vomits go. This is one of the nicer ones I've had.
Yeah, that's what you said.
Something like that. Yeah,
this is the nicest vomit I've ever cleaned.
Right. It wasn't chunky. It didn't really smell. It was it was just like straight up like. It was like you dumped it in and like poured it right back out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real. Oh, that's so funny. That story is one of my favorites. The whole story is one of my favorites.
No, that's what I'm saying. I've told that. That's what I'm saying. Like as many times I've told it, I've always said like Hard Rock Cafe. I've told that story a ton of times. Like when I. Also.
I know. I've told that story a ton of times too. Because my favorite part is I tell you, don't get so fucking high that you act like a bird.
Right. Yeah.
And so I got so fucking high, I completely forgot to eat.
You're like I said you. I didn't say it.
I was talking to me.
I said you. I said you don't get too high and retarded. I'm fucking Stephanie. I'll do what I want.
Yeah, I do whatever I want. You ain't telling me. It's kind of good. I've instigated so much shit. One time instigated the fun so hard my friend wound up with alcohol poisoning, and she had to have mandatory alcohol classes. Like the military made her take mandatory alcohol classes because of me.
All right, well, dude, you gotta tell the story a little bit. You gotta give us a little more insight.
I was TDY in Texas, and
what's TDY? What's that?
It's a temporary duty assignment kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
It's like training,
Yeah.
And I reclassed into a medical job, like a medical admin, from active duty to when I went into the reserves. And so I had to go learn this job, right? And so I got to stay in billeting and come and go as I pleased. It was great. Like the pipeline students, fresh out of basic, like you have no freedom, you know what I mean?
Oh, so you're like what we call a fleet returnee, where it's like basically someone who's already in the shit and then like, not straight out of boot camp, you know what I mean? Like, I get it.
But they're TDY student,
Right, I get it. Yeah.
And so and it was cool. I met some cool people there and stuff. God damn it, this happened last night when I was recording. My train of thought just left me. What was I talking about? Oh, I was TDY in Texas. Oh yeah, the alcohol. Okay. So anyway, I met some really cool people and one of the night like we were in shit, what is the place called? I believe it's Wichita Falls, Texas. It's like
that is a place. That
it
does
is.
exist.
It's
Yeah.
up on the tip by Oklahoma.
Okay.
And so there's like nothing to fucking do there. Like
Sure.
they had an on the border with a bar, so like we would go there every now and then if
Right.
we
That's
wanted to
like
have
those
like a nice
spots to go.
dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah, the spot to go.
That's how Mississippi was for me. I was like one restaurant that also served
hmm
alcohol. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they had like the usual fast foods,
All right.
and like like we literally there was nothing to do, but there was this strip club there, and so the girls and we got dressed up one night, went to On the Border, started our night there, had
Boom.
some
Got to.
cocktails,
Right.
and then we decided to go to the strip club, and I believe some of the guys were like telling us about it. So, but it's like, oh man, horrible strip club, like
Sure.
just all the gross, like
Right.
I'm sorry, this is probably I shouldn't. How do I
Dude,
describe it?
so side note, I went to a strip club when I was in Mississippi in training, and one of the strippers was our also one of our lunch ladies. So there's that. And yeah.
Oh
So,
my God. Blah.
but anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, these strippers are kind of like off the beaten path,
Yeah. None of them are good. No.
Yeah, and no, because I do love strip clubs. My girlfriends and I, when we go, we'll end up talking to the stripper the whole time. She'll like be, dancing and waving her pussy and shit, and we'll just be talking about, her boob job and how great her surgeon was, and she'll let us feel them, and it's great. I love it, and like, it's the best. Anyway, so we're at the strip club. We're getting really drunk. A lot of the details of the night are foggy because I was drinking too.
Sure.
But I remember towards the end of the night, my friend that I was with, one of them, she just could not hang. And she was just going crazy. And granted, she was going through some shit in her personal life with her husband. So it was like a reason to drink, and I spurred that on. By the end of the night, she was just completely just like, huh, and she was hanging over this garbage can. And there was this topless stripper. Her boobs were like down to her waist.
Wow.
And she's just like, and they're like moving. I couldn't not look at them, They were.
Are you sure they were moving because they were moving, like, or was it the drunkenness too, or was it a combination?
She was trying to get my friend to throw up, so it's like her body movement.
Gotcha.
Because she was like, "Come on, girl." Yeah, she's like, "Come on, girl, just yak it." She's like, "Bleh." She's like,
just yak it.
And I'm like, "Oh, you're gonna make me throw up." I was like, "I'm gonna walk over here," but like, yeah. And so we ended up getting in a cab, and the cab driver wanted to take her to the hospital. So we're like, "Yeah, let's go." Yeah, because we're like, "Yeah, sure," whatever. Horrible friends,
Right.
And
woo, take her. Woo.
She had to stay in the hospital because she was super fucking dehydrated and like drunk as fuck, alcohol poisoning. And I vaguely remember going back to the hotel because like the people we were with some of the dudes that are in the same building. Like they live like 2 doors down from us. Like we're all in the same row. Mm-hmm. And like super good guys, by the way. I wish I could remember their names to give them props. Like they are gentlemen, like completely. Like they made sure I got in okay. I just kind of collapsed on my bed and they're like at the foot of my bed. And he's like, "Okay, here, I'm going to put your trash can right here for you. Okay."
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, whatever. And I puked that night too. Everywhere. It was horrible. Like, oh my God. But yeah, my friend, she got alcohol poisoning and had to take mandatory alcohol classes because I was just like, shots.
Before that song, is that maybe Lil Jon was there that night? He's where he got it from.
Okay, let me think. That was the year, was that 2008? Yeah, that was 2008. So, when did that Shots song come out?
I have no idea. Man, I gotta look it up now. Hey, David, go ahead and look that up for me. I'm telling you,
dude. By the way, there's times when I'm editing the audio and I miss some of your jokes. I'm like, damn it, how did I miss that? That's fucking hilarious.
Thank you.
Because when you did that the first time, I completely missed that. And when I was editing, I was like, oh my God, I fucking cracked up. That shit was so fucking funny.
Pretend we have a staff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Dave, what was that? Oh, it came out in 2017.
All right, thanks, Dave. Go ahead.
Give wrong information.
Yeah, 2017. Okay. So dude, you're not gonna believe this. Man, you might believe it. I guess you probably gonna believe this. Actually, it was 2009. So like he was there, dude. He was there, and him and LMFAO were like, "Yo, dude, shot." Yep.
He was probably at that strip club.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I inspired him.
It was like his mom was the one that was helping her puke.
It was
I imagine the LMFAO guy.
Isn't the LMFAO guy? Is he black?
I feel he's part black. The mom. There you go.
Oh yeah, he's got hair like you.
Yeah,
Totally.
there you go. There you go. His mom is a
Yeah,
black
his mom.
stripper.
He's like, yeah, my mom. She's such a
Boom, we
good
just
woman.
solved it. We just solved it.
Yep,
You
yep.
have been so there you go. Dude, you didn't even know
Yo,
that you
pull
were
up a
an
beat and I'll solve
inspiration.
it.
Oh my God, that was my other thought of the day, dude. What are phrases that our generation can't hear without triggering a response?
Ah, that's awesome. Yeah, I know, right?
Like, for instance, what did that?
Max and I were talking about this too last night. That's
really
so funny. Yeah, because he's like, there's certain catchphrases that remind me of music, and for me, it's TV shows. And the Max was the funniest shit. He was like, I've been getting a lot of Limp Bizkit ones lately.
Yeah, like for like what? Like
for what side? He's like, well, like rolling. It's like, what?
All right, okay. Which
when
one?
are you using the term rolling?
I don't. I know. What are you doing on ecstasy now, Max?
That's what I said. I was like, are you guys rolling for real? But it was funny because like Max and his buddies, he makes his friends help him do the dishes, by the way. It's really funny.
Wow.
When he's got to do his dishes. So like they're helping him dry stuff. Yeah. And I was trying to help Sonia with something. She has these beads because she likes to do bracelets for her friends at school. And these beads I got her, the plastic's all covering the hole, so I have to get a tool to like open it up, And I told her, I was like, I have one, I just don't remember where I put it. I got to find my tool. And then I'm eating, watching YouTube while I'm eating, and I could hear them singing a fucking Tool song. And I look up, I was like, look, this ain't no fucking musical. Shut the fuck up. And we all laughed, and they're like, you said Tool.
Dude, I can't, man, there's so many, like if someone says basement, I have to say, or no, if someone says it's going down, I have to say basement. Yeah, if there was a problem, I solved it. You have to say that.
Oh, I know.
If someone says every time. If someone says my wife, I can't help it. My wife. You have to do the Borat voice.
What? Oh, I noticed you did that when you were talking about before.
Yeah, I know. And that's one of them. I can't. I'm so embarrassed. I did it almost, but I'm like, I just can't help it. My wife. But there's a ton of them.
Like obscure ones. Oh my God. There's times, actually, I quote an obscure video. There was one time we were in Germany. It was when I first got to Germany, and I got a video camera because I wanted to document shit,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
we all do. I think we all did that when we were,
Oh yeah, because I wanted to make cool videos and all this shit.
Did you?
No. I mean, I videotaped a lot of stuff that we did.
Me too.
And it was cool, but I can't find the tapes.
I know. I think it was on my old laptop that, it's gone.
Well, no, I had a camcorder.
No, I'm saying I had it, but I had all the shit on. I put it all on my. I don't know what happened to that camera. I think I got stolen by like a hooker one time. It wasn't my hooker. It was someone else's hooker. But
I got a camera stolen by a fucking meth head one time. He had no teeth. He had no teeth.
That's a symptom. That's one of the symptoms.
It is. Yeah, his teeth just started falling out, and it was the creepiest thing.
Like as he was stealing it, he was stealing it.
No, he was my friend's brother, and he was younger too. He was a lot younger than me, and his teeth are all gone. And I'm like, wow, that's sad. Anyway, there was this time in Germany. It was like right when I got there too. We were all going to, one of the villages. I think we were going to a strip club it was called Tic Tac. My friend Lisa, she's a Gemini, and she had to go fucking with all kinds of shit. And she's like pushing all these buttons and doing all this crap. And he's like, lady, no touch the steering wheel. And now it's anytime. Like even my girls scream about something, I'm like, lady.
Yeah, that's so funny because that's just like an inside joke to you that no one else in your life.
It. Yeah, I'm like, lady.
Yeah.
Or sometimes when I come in, I don't know where I got it from, but I'll go, hey, lady.
Right. And
but I forget. I can't remember what show it's from, but it's from a long time ago. Oh, dude, have you ever seen Evolution?
With David Duchovny and fucking 7-Up guy.
Yeah, we quote that all the time too.
Drones,
yeah, we quote that one all the time.
I saw that actually in theaters.
No way. I love that movie. I like when he's like trying to drive off with his piece of shit car, and they're like trying to close the door, and he's like, it's okay. I go like this. And he will take that. But yeah, I say that a lot too. I'm like, it's okay. I go like this.
Yeah, there's a ton of them. I'm gonna try to like as they happen, text myself to remind myself. and then we'll just add that as a segment to the show because I know there's going to be there's a ton of them.
Well,
that happen all the time.
I've seen like TikTok videos and reels or whatever where people are like, "What obscure movie or TV line that nobody gets?" Mm-hmm. And I'm like, man, I have so many, but like when I'm on the spot, I can't think of them.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Like,
and so it's like
that's why I wanted to bring this to the table, and then we can, when they do come to you, text, write them in your notes or something like that, so you can remember them because they happen all the time, and I'm like, why would I need to remember this happening? But now I do. Now I have a reason to remember it.
Yeah, I have a podcast topics in my notes, and I have a lot more for the deep end, but I have some for this one
because that one's a little more deep than this one.
Well, like it's funny, my topics for that one is like the simulation. It's real and that you can die and not respawn. You can get hurt and hurt others, but what are you comparing it to? Of course it's fake. What is reality? Which one is real? What's the real reality? Right. So is this the simulation, or where you go after this, is that reality?
Right. And then this podcast, you're like, I don't really like buying penis-shaped objects.
Exactly. I love it. I have the two sides of my personality.
Right. No, that's great.
This one scratches the silliness and the stupid shit I think about, and that one is the deeper stupid shit I think about.
Yeah.
But I actually had one that was going to be a topic on that one, but I decided to move it to this one.
Shit, dude! I'm still in topics. Hell yeah, dirty macking.
But I have this theory about gum karma. I feel like...
Oh, this is going to segue nice. Go ahead.
I feel like if you spit out your gum and somebody steps in it, you're going to step in gum. And without fail, you step in gum. Every time I'm like, what? And then I thought about it. I'm like, when was a time that I spit out my gum improperly? I improperly disposed of my gum. So then I decided to start properly disposing of my gum, and I shit you not, I have not stepped in gum since. So I feel like if you spit your gum out and someone steps in it, that's why you step in gum.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Gum karma.
Do you step in gum all the time?
No, but I'm also one of those people that it's like, I think
you properly dispose of your gum.
Unknowingly, I believe the same thing as you. I just never like put it into such words, but I do. I think I do kind of like, I feel the same way. I do believe in karma for one. I do think that like I always do throw away my gum. Also, my cigarette butts. I'm real big about making, when I used to smoke the last couple of years, I was real big about making sure I threw my cigarette butt in the trash or somewhere properly, just because of the past.
Oh, that nice change of events, I guess.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. Because we used to we got in so much trouble for just being assholes with cigarette butts. And I probably used to step in gum all the time.
We had a butt can.
No, but remember, it was because our shit looked so terrible. Remember that we got like a lot.
They had to power wash our fucking our fucking patio.
Yeah, and then before that, or a couple parts before that, we got kicked out because we kept getting fined, or it was a condo, so the owner kept getting fined because our friends would come over and we would just flick cigarette butts, and it would get to the point where I couldn't even control it. I was like, fuck, whatever, dude. So like, now I'd make sure.
Was it that place that you lived?
No, you never went to this. I was the one in IB, so it was like I moved out of IB right before you and I like became friends, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, so gum, I do always just dispose of it. I make sure because I do kind of feel that same way though. Like if I do this, I'm gonna. So I guess I believe in that shit too. I just never really thought about it like that, or like put it into such deep thought. But like, yeah, like I feel like if I throw this gum on the ground, I'm eventually gonna. Or I just feel like I know someone else is gonna step in this. That's dick move, dude.
Dick move.
Dick move. Yeah.
Oh my god! That fucking last night, Stephanie said dick move, and I'm like dick move.
It's a B.
I know, it's funny. She laughed and stuff, but she didn't. That episode hasn't aired yet, so she doesn't know where that's from.
Oh, okay. Well.
So for all she knew, I was just like out of nowhere, dick moves.
like that one, that video you sent me of that dude got in the cab and just like was like, hey man, fucking dope song, dude. Did it again, dude. Guy did it again. Hey man, you know who this comic is? Yeah, it's fucking me, bro. And he had his own shit plugged in. That was so great.
I know that shit fucking cracked me up, dude. Like the way he fucking delivered that line was flawless. He's like, and then I unplugged my phone and realized the aux was plugged into my phone, and I'm like, oh my God.
What's going on here? Was there balloons? Is this going to be on YouTube?
Is there a camera? Oh my God.
Oh man, but okay, so gum karma kind of actually segues nicely. You can edit
Don't
that.
skirt over that, dude. You gotta say nicely. Just like you were about to say it.
I don't miss that accent at all. Actually, that's not bad.
I haven't been able to do that one in a long time. That's fine.
Been able. That sounds like it could be a superhero, right? The other day I called you a lint licker. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Because first of all, it's a great insult, but also it's also very playful. You're not going to get. There's no way you're like, you just go there with lint licker and then podcast is over.
Who you calling a lint licker?
How dare you,
cutie queen?
Yeah, that got me thinking. I went down like a mental rabbit hole, and it got me thinking of that commercial, which was an Orbitz commercial, Orbitz gum, and then it got me thinking like, oh, that was a good segue. That was a different Orbitz girl than the original Orbitz girl. There was actually two.
Did you know she's not actually British? She just did that in the interview because she was nervous, I think, is what she said. Or she just did it just to do it. But I believe it was because she was nervous.
I actually did know that because I looked it up a little bit earlier. So yeah. You want to go ahead and do the rest of this flight? No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so no, just kidding. But that was okay. So there was two Orbitz girls. There was like the original one, and then it got me thinking, like, how many times has that happened, like in our lifetimes, like in pop culture that affected us? And then I was thinking, like, and then which one is better? Which one do we prefer? So I have a couple. It was like, so for instance, since the Orbitz girl. There was the original one, which is like when the commercial first came out and the idea first became a thing. There was the original Vanessa Branch was her name, and she was the one that was like, I just did the accent just because I didn't even know, just it happened or whatever. And then she was the Orbitz girl for like 10 years, and then they got the other Orbitz girl when that Cootie Queen commercial came out. I prefer the first one, the original, the OG Orbitz girl. That's my favorite. She was a little bit cuter.
I gotta look these girls up. Okay.
Yeah. So Vanessa Branch and Ferris Patton, the two girls. But yeah, you can go ahead and look it up. And I think the second one, she just had more of like she was more proper, a little more buttoned up, a little more stern. I just preferred the first one more, and maybe it could have been just more like
more Vanessa Branch or the other one.
The first one, yeah, Vanessa Branch was the first one, the original one. I just liked her a little bit more, but maybe it could just be because that was what I was used to. I was scared to change.
Oh yeah, I like her better too. Yeah,
right. The first one.
Yeah, because we were texting about that. Because I thought okay.
Yeah, you were confused.
I know, because I thought you meant the two girls arguing, calling each other Cootie Queen and Lint Licker, and so you were talking about. So I was like cleaning. And you mentioned somebody's aunt. I was like, okay, well, I guess she could fight Monica because Monica's all about cleaning.
Right. And I was like, Monica it was fucking she's the same chick the whole time.
She's the cunt aunt. She's
the cunt. Exactly. Aunt cunt. Yeah.
Aunt cunt.
Yeah. She's the aunt cunt. Yes. I was looking it up too, and like. We can do I don't know. I'm not even going to get involved in Game of Thrones because they just went hard with that one. So Game of Thrones was just changing actors all day. I'm not going to count ones where like the actor went from age 8 to age 15. And like there was a few where like they're like, we kind of felt we had to change the actor because the age just didn't look right.
Well, so the one that pissed me off the most was the Last Man Standing, the daughters. Like they didn't even try to, and in fact they changed both daughters, the oldest one and the younger one.
And they changed the boyfriend too. He was originally played by Nick Jonas for like a episode or two or something like that.
Oh yeah, I remember
it was originally
that.
Nick. It was originally Nick Jonas, and then it was some other dude that didn't look anything like Nick Jonas.
Yeah,
and he was also white, I guess, and had hair, but.
Did you know that Tim Allen has a new show out?
Yeah, I haven't watched it, but I've seen it like in the thing, and I'm like, I don't know who else is in it. I know I've seen someone else familiar.
I don't remember her name, but I do like her as an actress. I really liked her in Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
Or she's from like that two broke girls, that girl, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, yeah, okay, but yeah. So I'll give it a watch, you know.
I know. I kind of want to let episodes build up so I can like watch more than
That's
one.
what also one of those things too I saw. It was like one of those shows. It's like it's going along with like the cable schedule, so it's like weekly episodes are airing. So
yeah,
I know if I do get into it, I don't want to watch. Right, I don't want to watch 2 episodes and be like, God damn it, I gotta wait a week, and then I'll end up forgetting about it, and then
Yeah, I can't enjoy television that way anymore.
No, dude, but they're ruining it too now because like they're really trying to intersperse ads back into it.
I know, it pisses me off. Yeah, like every streaming service is doing that now, and it's just like, fuck you.
Yeah, dude. Speaking of evolution, it also had Orlando Bloom, who was the first time I saw him, not Orlando Bloom, Orlando Jones. Orlando Bloom was the guy from
he's white, completely different race, country, all that.
Race, country. What country is he from? It's not. Is it? No, it's not Australia. Is it? Is it Australia?
No, I think I always thought he was British. Let me look.
Fuck yeah. You look it up. Yeah, David, go ahead.
David. IMDb is gonna be David. Internet movie. David Bass.
That's it. That's the one.
Oh, he is from England. So
boring.
Boring.
Anyway, so Orlando Jones, who was originally the first time I ever saw him he
was originally Orlando Bloom, and then
that's the first time I saw him. He was an elf. And then anyway, so the first time I saw him was that he was actually a 7-Up guy. And then, do you remember those commercials?
Mm-hmm.
And then there was another black guy named Godfrey, who was another black comedian who he replaced him. Well, who did you prefer? Hey, do you know who Godfrey is?
Yeah, I do. I liked. He's pretty good. I think Orlando Jones. I think he's funnier. He's just. I don't know. I like his comedic timing. He's just a lot. I find him funnier.
So same here. But again, it's one of those things. I'm like, is it just because he was the original, and I'm like, you can't just why fix if it ain't broke type thing, and I don't need, or is it just because he is simply better?
I think he was just better. I just like his. I don't know. I've watched more of his movies. I've never, I prefer him as an actor.
Right. Godfrey has some decent impressions, but yeah, as far as and I've definitely seen way more Orlando Jones.
Oh, the Verizon ad guy. They changed that guy too.
And then the Verizon guy,
and then he
switched to Sprint. Boom.
Yeah, boom.
Ooh, I don't even know. What are we counting that as?
That is a double whammy. I don't know.
I don't know if we're gonna stick it. There's a ton of them too. There's the boyfriend from Last Man Standing.
This one. There's a little known one. Like this is obviously, Roseanne, we know that what's her face, they changed her.
They went back and forth a bunch, actually.
I know that. Yeah, it was so stupid.
Yeah.
A little known fact is the actor who played DJ, the original DJ was only in one episode, and they changed him to Michael Fishman because the original DJ was too scared of Roseanne. Like
Really?
Yeah, when she would be loud, it like startled him. And so they had to change him.
Oh, wow. All right.
Yeah.
That is a little known fact.
I think it's better that way because Michael Fishman really looks like he could be her son.
No, the casting. Okay, so who'd you prefer between the Beckys?
I do like Sarah Chalke, but I really think the original Becky was better just because that's Becky.
Same, dude. Same.
You know what I mean? That's Becky.
Again, are we falling into it's because of the original, or because I do love Sarah Chalke.
Well, because even the chemistry between Becky and Mark when it's Sarah, I don't know. It feels like he's cheating on her. Like that's his new girlfriend. Like the original Becky, that's his girlfriend.
Right. No. Yeah. It just. Yeah. Like I think, but also I think it's also just because it's the original. But she just even though I do really like Sarah Chalke,
she was too happy and bubbly.
She was too pretty, and she was too shined up.
Yeah,
she was too shiny.
She wasn't middle class.
She looked like the other one looked like she could have been from that like she looked like she was a little like she came from like a family that lived like that.
Like Sarah Chalke looks like she grew up middle class normal, and these girls they're not middle class normal.
Well, that's what I meant. Like they look like their dad worked at where the thing goes at the end of the shift, and like they have like metal lunch pails, and she looked like she fit in that family more to me. Mm-hmm. And that's why. Okay, so here's another one. Aunt Viv from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Remember there was.
See, I didn't really watch that show that much. So yeah, I didn't.
Either way, so there was at the beginning of the show, the first couple of seasons, there was a really dark lady that played his aunt, And I guess she was quoted saying like she would never work with an asshole like Will Smith again. And then obviously she was replaced by a much lighter some lady who played the lot for the rest of the show.
Oh wow!
And
How many seasons in were they?
I want to say it was like half and half. I want to say it was 6 seasons the show ran for. Dave, go ahead and look that up. I think it was 6 seasons the show ran for. 3 of them were the black. Well, they were both black ladies, but the really dark one.
Are you looking at the David base?
Yeah, the IMD David base. Yeah, 6 seasons.
Did you watch the new Fresh Prince or the new? Or I think it's.
I couldn't. I felt like it was sacrilege, dude. Like.
I know it pissed me off. It really pissed me off that they made. I didn't like it.
Yeah, did you actually watch any of it, or did you just like not?
No,
even
I refused to watch it because
okay,
I did. I didn't sit and watch the original, but I did when I caught it. I liked it.
You were aware of it.
Well, yeah. I mean, sometimes we'd be hanging out at my friend's house and it would be on, and we'd sit and watch it.
Of course, if you were alive in the '90s, you saw it.
Exactly, and it's a good show. I like it.
Yeah.
In fact, oh shit, it's on Hulu. I should start watching that because I need something to watch at the end of my day. Like when I'm done with everything, ready to go to bed. But yeah, that Bel Air one, that one, I think that's kind of no.
Yeah, so they split so I looked it up. They split it actually. So the Jane Herbert, which was the original one, she was in 73 episodes, and the other lady was in 74. So they're like half and half.
Oh shit,
that's crazy. And I guess it was because she hated Will Smith.
Wow.
So yeah, he was. I wonder if he was like slapping people back then.
Maybe. I found a show they just put on Netflix. It's called Younger. Have you watched that yet?
No.
It's good. I recommend.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Where like she has to go back, like a job. Is that the one with the job?
Yeah, she gets divorced because her husband has an affair or whatever, and she wants a job because I guess she's too overqualified and they won't hire her.
Right.
So she pretends to be young. Yeah. And she ends up meeting this young tattoo artist. But right now they're kind of sabotaging their relationship. So I'm wondering if they're trying to break them up, like the writers,
Right.
Because they had a cool vibe, and now she had a cool vibe with an older guy that's more her age. And he's cute too. So I'm like, yeah, date him. But I was wrong. I was 32, not 26 in 2015.
Yeah. 32?
Actually, I was 30.
31.
I turned 31 at the end of the year. So like that whole year I was 30. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I always think about me. I'm like, mine's half and half. So
like everything about you is half and half.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, dude. Half. I'm half one year or one age and half another age. You get it.
I do. That's what's funny. You're so fucking Gemini. It's not even funny. You're so fucking
funny.
Gemini.
Is it funny or isn't it funny?
What is it, woman? It's either or. It's half and half. It's funny and it's not.
Yeah. So all right. So keep those in that topic in mind, and like try to think of more in the future. We'll keep that as an ongoing topic. You know what I'm saying? Dude, but so my I had to go to a kids party at the mall, like just to hang out, see some kids, And I was like, my daughter had a friend. My daughter had a friend, and then anyway, she wanted to go to the store that was like right across from the party that was happening, and they had this table that had all these cool books on it. And anyway, I bought this one. It's called Today I Learned, and then my wife for Christmas bought me the second volume. It's called Today I Learned. And there's just all these fun facts. Like, for instance, on the cover, it says the match was invented after the lighter. Do you know that?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No, that's not right.
Look it up, man.
Look it up, man.
Or
no, but
this?
Like back in the day, like back in the old days, like they didn't use a flint every time, and there were definitely no lighters then.
Yeah, there were. They just were more expensive and hard to come by. Matches were easier, but the lighter was actually invented before the match was.
All right, true. What year? Can you look that up, Dave?
Dave, go ahead and look that.
Stupid. I swear to God, they fucked with the keyboard because I used to be able to type so much better, and now I keep fat fingering some of the areas, and like the space bar doesn't work. Like I swear to God.
Are you sure your keyboard's just not all cummed up?
They just fucked up. It's a touch screen.
Ew.
Ew.
I mean, I'm seeing things. You're seeing things. What are you seeing? Yes.
Concept of a wall-mounted automatic wheel-lock lighter that can be activated by opening a door from Lawful Codex, Nuremberg, 1505.
To
Wow.
a lighter? To whoa.
First
We're
lighters were
opening doors? What'd you say?
activated by opening a door from
That's how you lit a cigarette?
Lawful. Yeah, I guess.
Damn, trying
The
to smoke
first
a bowl by opening a door? Damn.
the first lighters were converted flintlock pistols that used
Jesus.
gunpowder. In 1662, the Turkish traveler, I can't pronounce that, visited Vienna as a member of an Ottoman diplomatic mission and admired the lighters being manufactured there. One of the first lighters was invented by German chemist named Johann Wolfgang Dobereiner. I don't know. In
If you
18
say it more angry, that's proper.
Dobereiner.
That's proper German.
Yeah, in 1823. So one of the first lighters was invented by a German in 1823.
Of course it was.
And it was often called a Dobereiner's lamp.
Of course it was. All right, when was the match invented then?
Okay, let's look that up.
John Walker.
In 1903, the modern lighters were invented. Development of I need to sound these words out.
Hooked on phonics, dude.
Ferrocerium. Development of ferrocerium. Often misidentified as flint.
Jesus. Just go with that because it's easier to say. Like, God, but Flint. Dude, it's Flint. Okay, it's Flint.
It's Flint.
It's Flint, guys.
Flint. It's Flint.
Write it down. FLINT. Let's get over with it.
No, FERROCERI.
Yeah, that's way too many letters, dude. Flint. So yeah, so do we come to the conclusion that lighter came first?
No, the egg.
The age-old question.
Okay, what? You know what? I should just ask fucking ChatGPT. That'd be so much
you know what?
quicker.
AI can just do this for it.
Yeah, you know? What year?
That's our Dave. That's our Dave.
I know. That's our Dave.
Which came out first.
The modern match was invented in 1823, so 3 years after.
Right, in 18, yeah. Exactly.
By English chemist John Walker.
Walker, see? I saw it too.
He created the first friction match, which could be ignited by striking on a rough surface. This revolutionized how people started fires.
It's not bad, dude.
Making it much more convenient and portable. I know, right? 1826. That's cool.
Yeah, but then the match, the lighter came out, what, 1823? Said?
Yes.
Yeah.
The lighter. Yeah, by that German dude.
Yeah. Dubin Flint. All right, whatever.
Yeah, ferrocerium. Yeah, Flint.
All right, so then I was just like opening it up, and this is another random one. So did you know that Marilyn Monroe, yeah, that rhymed, I know, had a higher IQ than that of Albert Einstein? So hers was 163 and his is only 160.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, comparatively.
Interesting.
Right. And also, I didn't know this. A group of barracudas is called a battery.
Nice.
Boom. All right. Those are some little facts for you.
Well, you could have a barracudas and some fucking crows. You could have a battery and murder.
A battery of murders. A murder of battery. There's a band name in there somewhere.
Oh my God. TikTok's completely gone.
Yeah, it is. You know? you ain't heard?
Damn.
Yeah, they came hard for it. I didn't think it was going to happen. I was like, wow.
I know. I heard like rumors of it. And then, yeah, I think it's funny. TikTok's stupid.
Yeah, it was crazy, dude. It was wild.
I got sucked in there for a little bit.
Yeah, it's hard not to. It's one of those things like if you touch it was like, remember back in the day when you had like those old phones and like if you touch the internet button, you're like, oh shit, I got to back out because then it cost you a bunch of money. Like it's the same thing with TikTok, but this just costs you like hours of your day. Like you would just like touch the button and then
I spent days on the Reddit story pages. I was addicted to Reddit stories.
Yes, those are great.
So good. Like so fucking good. Like they were so captivating. Well, I'm also I found a group on Facebook. Am I the Asshole? And,
yeah, I'm on there too, actually.
And I downloaded it or not downloaded it. I fucking joined the group during the Christmas break, and I spent like 2 days just reading. Because you know how when you first join a group, they show you every post
Right.
ever?
Too much. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was just reading all of them, and like some of them I would comment, and others I would just read the comments.
The comments are the best part of it for me.
I honestly, I really love the Reddit story community because you can literally ask a question and like they'll give you an honest answer and they cut through the bullshit. Like they could tell when people are lying, embellishing a story, leaving shit out.
Oh, dude, I've fixed audio problem. I was like fucking with like logic and like I've asked like things about like obscure like why is this thing not connecting? How come this like media controller's not? And then I'll go on Reddit and they'll fucking somehow.
Oh yeah, Reddit's the best.
Yeah, dude, it's pretty great.
Fucking love Reddit. Yeah, I finally have a story that I could add to the collective, but I'm just kind of debating if I want to like get in that energy again.
What like to the podcasts? You mean?
No,
or to, like,
Reddit. To the Reddit book because like the Am I the Asshole like that whole group like there's other like different Reddits, you know?
Right.
Because it's not necessarily a situation where I'm the asshole, but there's other people who are the asshole, and it's just that chicken shit story, you know, all over my house. And so I've thought about adding that to the zeitgeist. Or the zeitgeist.
Yeah. I know what you were going for.
My Suzuki sauce to the zeitgeist.
Yeah. How do you say that?
Zeit.
Okay, that's how you say it. All right, that's how you say it. Can I get a lamb gyros and some sauce? How'd you say it again?
You know, it's white. It's got cucumbers.
Yeah. You get it.
It's called tzatziki.
You said that like you were questioning it too.
Because I wanted to be able to back out if I was wrong.
Yeah. Actually, let's see. I'm just gonna say it into Google and see what it spits back at me. You know.
I'm gonna ask Siri.
Suzuki.
How do you pronounce tzatziki sauce?
Nope, dude. It totally just brought up a sale on Suzuki's. It did not believe me. I didn't say it right at all.
Oh, okay. Let's get this out of the way. If you're wondering how to pronounce tzatziki, you're not alone. Tzatziki is pronounced tzatziki. Like it even has it. It's like TSAH-SEE-key. So it's like
that's key. Okay.
Tzatziki, tzatziki, sasiki. That's the problem. Is how do you pronounce it? It's just like tzatziki, and then we go into your sometimes on Sunday, Sundays at sometime.
Tzatziki, Suzuki.
Oh
man, you're so close.
Siri went away. Damn it.
She was tired of this. She's like, I'm not.
She's like, I'm out. Fuck you
guys aren't getting this shit, dude. I'm out of here. Dude, so I went to donate plasma like a week ago, all over a week ago, and like whoever did the lady, like when she shoved it in my arm, like I felt it was wrong.
I don't know why, but I was totally thinking you were gonna say butt. I really did.
Yeah, and then that's how they do it now, dude. It's much faster process.
Thank God I can't give blood.
Yeah. But anyway. I forgot what I. Oh yeah. So
you're welcome.
I was just picturing like
you're just out and proud.
Like, oh man, just like that would be crazy if you could just like shove it in your butt and then just how fast would that be? But anyway, so she did something wrong and like it turned my whole arm. I have to send you a picture, dude. It turned my whole arm like purple, and it's like barely starting to go back to normal color. But
damn, when was that?
Like it was last Thursday.
And your arm's still fucked.
It's like it's starting to go better now, but like for a solid week, it was like, and like the next day, it looked like I just got a brand new ridiculously stupid tattoo. Like it was like, why would you get just solid purple, you know, saturated purple? But it was just so dark and saturated. It looks crazy, dude. I'll just send you a picture for you to get the scope of it.
Yeah, I want to see a picture.
Yeah, and then I was also gonna say, Carol from Friends. They replaced Carol from Friends.
Oh yeah, the first episode or the second, like the first
one where Ross finds out she's pregnant, as a different chick than the rest of the episodes.
Yeah, I like the second Carol.
Oh, of course, yeah. Because that's the one we're used to. She was only there for like one episode, so we didn't have a chance to really get to know her, you know. But
yeah,
that was another one that was adding to the.
I don't know. She just has a better, because I don't know. There's just some people who are just meant for a role,
right? Yeah.
You know, and like other great actors have what's the right auditioned. I don't know, because like there's some actors for roles that like you hear they audition, but you're like, I'm so glad they didn't put that person.
Right? You're like, oh man.
Even though they're a great actor,
right?
You know, there's just some people that are just meant for a role, you know.
Right. Or like for instance, like Marty McFly, what's his name? Michael J. Fox, like meant for that role. Like you could, but it was actually they even filmed footage with like Eric Stoltz.
Oh, I remember.
And you can like find footage. Or then like originally they wanted to have O.J. Simpson play the Terminator instead of Arnold Schwarzenegger. Imagine that.
I know, that's crazy. Okay, so I had a thought, and this is one that Bentley and I had, rest in peace, when we were on shrooms one night. We were hanging out outside of the apartment, and I was smoking. I remember it was after that tree fell down, the tree that not leveled. Did it crash on a car? Or did it fall in the middle of a street? No, it leveled the street light. I remember that. But I think it did. It crash on a car?
I feel like it did.
I don't know. It did though. I think it did. I
feel like it did.
Yeah, it did.
I'm not for sure, but
it was like way in the road.
I forgot about that though. Yeah, I forgot about that.
I was on the news, dude.
Yeah.
They brought a news crew, and I was like, because I was sitting in my room, and all of a sudden, like you hear this low rumble, and then I see the tree out just fall down. I was like, holy shit. Well, I told them that on the news, it was a boring story. But I was at Costco later that day, and some guy was like, hey, I just saw you on the news.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, God. He's like, I recognize your tattoo. And then he walked off. I was like, okay.
That was it.
But anyway, I was standing on those tree stumps because remember we were going to turn them into like lawn furniture outside of our apartment.
Sure.
And so I was standing on the fucking tree stumps, and like there was this street sweeper that walks by.
Oh yeah. Wow. Transformer.
No,
what would be the name of the street sweeper transformer?
If the street sweeper walked by, it would be more useful than what they actually do. Because that's my whole point of bringing this stupid shit up. Okay.
Okay.
What is the fucking point of a street sweeper? Like, is there a dustpan at the end of the run?
Does it suck it up?
Is it a vacuum? Because you're just basically redistributing dirt from one part of the city to the other. It's like
you're spinning it around. You're spinning it makes a nice spin.
Spreading it around, exactly. So it's like, what is the fucking point? Like a lot of people who have like labor jobs, it's like really great. You could go home at the end of the day and feel proud of yourself.
Yeah.
Like you've accomplished something, but not a street sweeper. If you operate a street sweeper, you don't get to feel proud of yourself. What did you do? What value did you add? You didn't add anything or subtract anything. You just redistributed things across the
Well, you're really alienating us from the street sweeper audience that we have.
The street sweeper community.
Yeah, fuck, dude.
Sorry, but you're useless. I'm sorry.
Would that be like the same guys that do the garbage? Like do you apply the same place, I assume?
I know, right? Do they work for like the utility, like probably like the city's cleanup bullshit, And that's just one of the cleanup crews. Yeah. Because it's literally the stupidest shit ever. Like we even came up with a jingle. Not a jingle or not a catchphrase because it's a song.
Right.
But you're like, yeah, street sweepers. It's in the world.
I just imagine like Robert Goulet singing it. Street sweepers. It's in the world. So I feel like that's like a garbage man promotion, right? Like he's been doing like employee of the month. Like, dude, you get to drive the street sweeper this month. Take it easy. Just drive around.
I'm here talking shit.
Act important. Just act important. Just drive around at night whenever you want, and just sweep those streets, baby. You earned it.
It's stupid. I don't
Okay.
get
Yeah, you're like, nope, I'm
it.
not going with you on this one. Fuck street shoppers.
Yeah. I mean, some of like I know that it like washes the street too or something. I don't know, like one brushes because it is wet, after they go by, but it's just stupid.
Well, why do we need our streets so like clean? Like, who's hanging out in the streets? Are we having dinner parties in the streets? Why do we need clean streets?
No, that's not it. Like it's cool, have clean streets, that's fine. But I mean, like, what is it doing? It's not sucking it up, and there's not a dustpan
How do you
anywhere.
know? How do you know it's not sucking up? How do you know it's not a mini dustpan in there? Have you ever inspected a street sweeper?
You know what? You got me.
I'm advocating for street sweeping.
You got me. You always do.
Got it. I actually have no idea. We need to look. Dave. We need to go and find out.
That was a Robert Goulet reference.
Yeah.
Those obscure references
Yeah.
that nobody picks up on.
Damn
He's like staring contest. You, me, now.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's right. That's
deer, and he's like,
and he's just
you win. You always do.
It's just a fucking
deer.
fake deer. Yeah. Oh man, I've watched that one just sometimes when I'm feeling sad. I'll watch. I'll look
I
that up
have
on
the
YouTube.
best of Will Ferrell DVD.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think that's where I not where I originally saw, it, but that's like what re-sparked it was when we watched that. 'Cause remember we just then that's all we had was DVDs for a while. Yeah.
No, my fucking favorite is we had your big screen TV and then that broke. So we put my TV on top of your TV. We're like, it's a TV stand.
Right. Yeah.
And then,
yeah.
And then the internet, we couldn't afford the internet. So we're crowded around my phone watching something. And you're like, God, our screens just keep getting smaller.
Yeah. I remember that. Dude. I was like, fuck.
But anyway, that Robert Goulet reminds me of this Family Guy when it's like Robert Lozier, and that guy's like, how do you spell Robert Lozier? He's like, R for Robert Lozier.
Yeah.
Oh, look, there's Robert Lozier.
Yeah.
Like, B.
Boy, I love Robert Lozier.
It's like, by golly, it's Robert Lozier. Yeah. And then he gets to the E. He's like, everybody, look, it's Robert Lozier.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Oh, that shit's funny. I did that one night. Really, I was either really high or really drunk, or probably both. But I did that one night with my name, and I wish I could remember the shit I said. It was really funny because I am funny.
Well, then, I mean, obviously, it's why are we even still talking about it? You know,
Galen, for God damn it, he's gay.
Yeah.
A for A, buddy. Are you gay?
Hey, are you a gay?
Hey,
excuse me. Pardon me. All right. So what?
Do you have any gray poupon?
Oh, dude, that's another one. That's another one. Yeah. Anytime anyone says "pardon me," I have to say. And then the thing is, no one gets it, dude. No one. Like,
nobody
fucking
rare. Gets it. Uncultured
very rare.
swine.
It's very rare when someone like I had this one coworker, like a new guy started working with us. He got it and then he quit. It's like it's not meant to be, man.
Yeah,
the one guy that gets my references, he's like, we can't. I can't let you be happy for too long.
Yeah, too much clever in one location. Dude.
He got a better job. They're like, we can't have this clever together.
Yeah. Earlier when I was telling you, hang on, I got to do something. I was like, 5 minutes, Turkish. And you perfectly replied to that. Like I say that sometimes to Max.
Right.
And he'll just thumbs up it. I was like, bitch, cool. You've seen the movie.
Yeah. No, that's one of my favorites too, is Snatch. It was a different,
love that movie.
It was a different Jason Statham before he was like an action hero, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now all the movies he does, he's just like a buff. He's like a buff beating somebody up in every movie now. But like before he was,
there's no
he was like he was like funny. He was like a funny comedic timing, What was the other one? Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. That one's good too.
I haven't seen that one yet. I gotta see that. I borrowed it, or maybe I have seen it, but I just don't remember it. But I did borrow it from somebody, but I don't think I ever watched it.
It's really good. It's another.
I've heard it was good. Yeah,
Guy Ritchie. I can't really like tell you which one's better. Even like they're both. I like them both a lot.
It took me a long fucking time to even know what that movie was about. It was
what, Snatch?
Yeah, like I had no idea what it was about. I just kept watching it though because it was cool. But I had no idea. Yeah. I mean, I know there was this going on and this going on, but like there was so much going on that it was hard to follow the main plot, But then I realized it's just a lot of shit going on, like these stories, and they weave with each other, and It took me getting really high to like figure that out. I was like, okay, thanks, Stephanie.
Man, there's this one movie. It's called Into the Void. Ever heard of it?
It sounds familiar. Dave, let me look that up.
Yeah. No, it's so anyway, like the movie it's like 3 hours long. But basically, like the movie, the premise is like this guy. Yeah, it's all first person view, right? And like so, the first part of the movie is this guy's alive.
An American drug dealer living in Tokyo, betrayed by his best friend, is killed in a drug deal. His soul observing the repercussions of his. Oh, I've seen scenes from this. Yeah, I've seen.
Well, anyway,
movie. It's weird.
It's super weird. The beginning, but the cool. So, like I said, it's all like from a first person view, and like the part where he's alive. They even got the blinks in it. So like when he's like, you can see it through his eyes and he's like even blinking, which is pretty clever. And then when he gets kind of old, but then he dies and then it goes back to like, or it's just like regular, like he's floating around as a spirit. Anyway, though, I brought it up because I had to watch that movie like 4 or 5. I started to watch it 4 or 5 times and I was just like, I can't. And then finally I got like, so I was like drunk one time. Then another time I was like too high. But then one time I just smoked like the right amount and I was like, whoa. It was pretty impressive. And like, visually, there's a lot of really amazing stuff.
Wow, you're like, I get it.
Yeah, no, it was I had to get like the right amount of inebriated to really enjoy it.
You know, that's okay. I hated Family Guy. I just didn't get it. I thought it was so stupid.
Right.
Because I remember when I was in Germany, my friend Tanya, she watched it all the time.
Right.
And I was like, okay, whatever. Right. Then I was a late bloomer with weed. And so I started smoking pot back in 2010 and like well after the military.
Sure.
I got it. I was like, this is fucking funny.
Right.
Like, oh my God. And I'm like eating crunch berries.
Right, dude.
And watching Family Guy.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, it was the best.
So let's see. Let's go ahead and refer to the book. I will call it the book.
What book?
Today I learned, volume 2. There was a young boy. No, in Washington, it's illegal to kill Bigfoot.
Well, first you gotta find him.
No, Bigfoot hunters beware. Skamania County in Washington passed a law in 1969 deeming the slaying of Bigfoot to be a felony and punishable by 5 years in prison. The law was later amended, designating Bigfoot as an endangered species in Washington. This is where I live, dude.
So they're confirming the existence of Bigfoot.
And if you kill him,
you're fucked for 5 years.
For 5 years, yeah. 5 years. You're semi-fucked. You're like, you probably get out with 3 and get.
I just took 5 years off your life. That's another one I did from Princess Bride.
But yeah, dude. I just watched that movie relatively recently.
I fucking love that movie.
It's great, dude. It's great. It's with Columbo telling fucking what was his name in that show? Fred Savage.
No, that's Kevin is from the show he was in. I know. Let me look. Okay.
I know. So Ben Savage was in Boy Meets World, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Fred Savage was in Princess
Wonder
Bride.
Years. Yeah, and Prince Bride. Yeah.
So he played the grandson. That's what his name was.
No, I know, but I'm saying like in Wonder Years, what did he play?
His name was Kevin.
Oh, it was Kevin, and then he was just the grandson. He was just the grandson.
Yeah, that's what it says. The grandson. Oh, wow. Yeah. Right. Dude, I wish they had that fucking Friends show, Friends from College. That show was so funny, and they only did 2 seasons.
That sounds familiar. What is that? Friends from College.
You told me to watch it.
I know, but I'm trying to remember what it was.
Netflix. It was on Netflix. It had that chick from How I Met Your Mother, and then it had Keegan-Michael Key.
Oh yeah, yeah. That was pretty. I did like that one too. That was old.
I know that one was hilarious. And
there's a bunch of shows that like just like disappeared way too young, you know. And I feel like the pandemic is what did murder a lot of. I know
there was a lot of good Netflix shows that they just fucking crushed. Like they were.
Did you ever see? Did you ever see that show, The OA? Oh my God!
I have wanted to watch it.
Dude, don't. Okay, so I saw it back when it came out back in 2016. The first season came out. It was 8 episodes. It was incredible, right? And then I was like, I got to wait a whole year for the next season. Though I know this, but anyway, 3 years go by, nothing. Then finally, the second season comes out, and the second. Here's the thing: the first season it ended with like, if they had just ended it there, it's like there's a lot of unanswered questions, but fine. But then the second one, 3 years later, they drop it, and it's even better than the first one. And at the very last, scene is a huge cliffhanger. Like they've been looking for some guy for this whole time, and he's like, he's like looking at some guy, and he's like, I found you, and you're gonna tell me everything. And you're like, oh shit, the third season is gonna be lit. And then like a year later, like we canceled it.
Kind of like Last Man on Earth.
That one too. I didn't actually.
That one had a cliffhanger
I stopped getting into it. I stopped getting into it because I heard about that. So I was like, ooh.
It's worth going to the end though. It is, yeah.
This one, like I'm saying, the OA was so good, and it's like I want to recommend it, but I know you're gonna just be. I know I'm recommending you to a sad, just empty,
just blue balls.
Unfulfilled. Yeah, exactly. I'm leading you to blue balls. I'm guiding you to a strip club. You can't touch.
Just blue balls.
Okay, did you know, or did you think about this? But 4 is the only number that has the same amount of letters as its actual value.
Wow.
I didn't know that either.
That's interesting.
I never really thought about it, but yeah, I didn't. Yeah, but that's a fact now. It's not just something we can actually say. That's a fact.
There ain't 12 letters in the word 12.
No.
2 has 2, but not the right 2.
Right. Yeah. If you're spelling, that's what they fucked up. Then they should have made that the 2, and then that's 2. Why would you put TWO for
TWO?
Yeah,
it's TWO. Very TWO.
Why'd they do that, dude? Why'd they put a W?
Yeah,
I guess because W doesn't get a lot of use. So they're like, fuck it, give them a.
It gets why, what, where, when.
That's it, though. Who uses those? No one uses those ones at all, ever.
They do in Weast. You got to go Weast.
Precarious destination.
Head out Weast, and they use it there.
Yeah. Yeah. Whenever.
Wherever. Whatever.
All right, you're just adding ever to all the other ones you said.
Whyever. However.
Yeah. However. Whomever.
However. Yeah. Whom.
However is a W.
It has a W in it.
Whoa. All right. Good point. I guess it doesn't start with a W, but does have a W in it.
See, that's why it was clever.
Yeah. Doom. Trying to end the episode like every chance I get.
I know, me too. I'm like, this is good. We're gonna end it here. The doom. Dude,
that's just perfect though. I like it.
It is the whole vibe of the outro and the intro. It's fucking perfect. It works.
I'm glad we finally agreed. I'm glad we finally got that together.
Well, Jesus, that one night I was high, like so high. I could not tell you what my middle name is. And you're telling me, well, I did what you said, but then I completely changed it. And I'm like, what? And you're like, I made it this time. But then I just, I was going to do what you said, but I just changed it. That's all I heard the whole time.
Well, no, you got to understand that
I was so offended. I was like, why can't you just for once try it hear how it sounds and then go from there?
I'm like, I'm telling you, you're going to like it.
You're like, you're gonna like it, just open it. And I did, and it was great. I was like, and then I was like, okay, I need to stop communicating and making life decisions at night because I saw an Instagram post talking about don't make major life decisions at night. And then I'm like, well, yeah, I'm like completely high as fuck. Like, or no, it was at the end of your day. Like, don't make, and I'm like, yeah, I'm high as shit. That's the worst time. And worst time to have a conversation with a Gemini.
Right, dude. And I was on a complete different, I was just like, I just taking a pre-workout because I was getting ready to and I was at the end of my work day and I was like, I'm getting ready to go fucking work out. So I'm like, I'm typing with that kind of energy. Like, yo, understand what I'm saying right now, motherfucker. Here you go.
You're Here's some information. Pre-workout. You're like the opposite end of the spectrum.
And you're like, what?
What? Huh?
What? No, why'd you I'm like, how come you're not understanding what I'm saying, fucker?
Because, if I'm not understanding, just err on the side of she's high as fuck.
I do. I always do.
Okay, cool. And she's slightly autistic.
Right. So are we all? Spectrum.
Yeah, totally. That was interesting.
Yeah. This podcast is not just funny. Sometimes it's informative.
It's informative, yes. Very informative.
Yeah. Well, sometimes on Sunday. No, that's not it. Some days on Sunday. Sundays at some time. We'll figure it out.
No, it's Sundays at some point.
All right. Sundays at some point. There you go.
I'm keeping all of that in. Sunday, sometime on Sunday.
I was getting the S's. The S's were there.
And then you're like, we'll work it out. I'm like, or
Sunday.
this is Sunday.
Sundays.